What is up? What it is, what it will be. It's your boy from Auburn here coming at you. I'm just messing with y'all tonight. Thought that'd be funny. Okay, story time. Ready? Sorry it's been so long. Thanks to everybody for sticking with me and all that. Alright, so tonight we're going to talk about one of the first time I was arrested. Yes, your boy has a record. But it's alright. No felonies though, but I have been arrested a few times. And this is the first time it happened. It was January 1998. I was working in Dalton, Georgia at a carpet mill. Just turned 21. I mean, I literally got a DUI 3 days after I turned 21 years old. How about that? You like that, don't you? I did. Anyway, so go to this bar and there's like this karaoke. Me and a couple buddies from work, you know, sitting there, and I'm drinking. Don't get me wrong. Of course I'm drinking. We did some karaoke and everything, and we left, and there was 4 of us, like 5 including me. Yeah, 5. All right, 2 vehicles. One dude was like, "Get in with me, John." The other two was like, "I ain't driving." I didn't really feel like I was that drunk, so I drove. So now I hadn't lived in Dalton long, probably about 4 months when this happened, and so I'm following this guy in front of me, and he is driving like a bat out of hell. And you know, the buddies I was with, they was like, "Catch him, John, stay with him," and everything. Well, he ran a stop sign. I didn't realize I'd run a stop sign. Got pulled over. I jump out the car, and cops like, "You're driving like a madman and everything." And I was like, "Look, dude, I'm not from here. I was following somebody." Well, this cop he was, I think they all, well, I ain't gonna say that, but he was pretty bad. And so he gets me over there, and he's like, "She's blowing this breathalyzer for me." And I was like, "All right." And I had some chapstick in my pocket. And so while I'm talking to him, I'm putting it on. And when he turned around and grabbed that breathalyzer, I ate the chapstick. It was like a mint ice flavor, never forget it. And so I blew on it, and he looked down at it, and he was like, started reading something to me, and he was like, he pulled out something, started reading to it, and I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, "I want to take you to the hospital so you can get blood." And I was like, "Why?" I was like, how about the breathalyzer? How'd I do? And he wouldn't let me look at it. So I was getting mad. I was like, "You need to let me look at that breathalyzer. I know my rights." Like that guy on YouTube, "I know my rights." And so he puts me in the car, right, and I'm running my mouth, "You hillbilly cop," you know, all this. I was like, "I'm smarter than you. You've already messed up. I'm going to fight this," you know. And he pulls the other guys out the vehicle. Now the guy's truck I was driving, he arrested him too. So he put him out there with me. And the other guy, he gave him a breathalyzer, and I'd be damned if he didn't show him what he blew. And he got back in the car, and I was like, "Oh, hell no. This is some dirty shit. You done messed up," you know. I run my mouth the whole time. I mean, ran my mouth. I did not let up. Telling him what a dirty cop he was, how his mama wasn't proud of him, and just everything. I mean, if you can think of it, I said it. And like, so we get to the station. Now he's mad. I done got inside his head, right? So he pulls me in there. He's like, "This is driving drunk. He's drunk, can't even stand up." And I'm like, "Do I look drunk to y'all?" And I just kept my mouth shut. And again, when he get me in there, he reads this paper to me again. And I was like, "Well, you still want blood?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "No." I was like, "Show me what I do on a breathalyzer, or I'll blow here at the station one." They put me in the drunk tank, right? Well, while I'm sitting in there, there's this guy from like New York in there. And like, he's just coming through. I think he come down for a vacation or something. He's heading back up north or something. And he's like, "Yeah, man, these dirty cops." And he was in that drunk tank running his mouth and all this and all that. And while I'm sitting there, they let him out, right? So he's like, I'm getting the hell out of here and everything. And dude, it wasn't 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes later, Cuz comes back in, and he is messed up. I'm talking about his nose is broke. They beat the shit out of Cuz. And they threw him in there, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude, what happened?" He's like, "Man, I ain't get down the road. They pulled me over again, beat the shit out of me, Cuz." I was like, "Oh, snap," right? So I shut, you know. I was like, "Damn, dude, these guys." And he's like, they're talking about the mugshot camera's broken. I was like, "I bet that son of a bitch is." I was like, this is some dirty shit right here, man. I ain't never. And And you know, cuz was just steadily just bleeding everywhere, and I banged on the door, and I was like, "Hey man, y'all need to give this guy some medical attention, dude. He's bleeding on everybody back here." And they come back and they just straight up asked him, was like, they told our boys like, "You ready to get out of Dalton, Georgia?" And that guy said, "I can't wait to get out of Dalton, Georgia." And and they said, "Are you ever coming back to Dalton, Georgia?" He was like, "I ain't never coming back to Dalton, Georgia." And they just opened the door and cuz took out of there. And I was just like, dang. Wow. So that's the story. Now that piece of paper he was reading to me, when I went and talked to a lawyer, he was supposed to read me that first, and he didn't. And we had a little hearing about my license, and he didn't even show up to that. But when it come down to it, you know, I have been drinking, and I'm not going to get on the stand and put my hand on the Bible and say that I hadn't. So I pled guilty and paid my fine and everything. But that wasn't the last time I ran into this cop. If y'all want part 2, let me know. Thank you. This for Young OZ and April. Young OZ, hit me up, brother. April, I love you, girl. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate everything. I hope you enjoyed the story. Give me a like if you want part 2. Comment below. Be sure you like, share, and subscribe. All that, all that stuff. You know what to do. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Have a good night.